Am I the asshole for getting drunk and cheating on my husband after 6 years? Hi. So, me and my husband have been married for 6 years, 2 years after dating. I made a mistake last Friday and I need some help. Greg is a good guy, but he can be a little frustrating, and that morning he was complaining that he had work all day and that he wouldn't be able to unwind at home. I told him it's going to be fine, but he didn't reply. Maybe he didn't hear me, but he didn't even ask what I was saying. He kept going on and then started complaining about our bank account. Last Friday, me and some friends went out for a drink, since one of them is getting married and we wanted to give her a night to remember. My husband was okay with me having some time for myself. After a couple of drinks, a group of guys get close and begins to talk to us. One, let's call him James, sits next to me and he begins talking about his job. He's the director of a small company, and he talks with such ambition that it makes me more interested in what he's saying. The night goes on and I've been drinking quite a bit. I can't really remember much, but I remember hooking up with James. The next morning, my phone is ringing like crazy. I go check it, and I have a couple lost calls from my husband. When I pick it up, I just tell him I stay at my friend's place, and that my phone had run out of battery. He seems to understand and asks me if I'm going home anytime soon. I say yes. Then, James wakes up, and when I ask him about last night, he just said I insisted in not using protection. I rush back to my place trying to leave this one-night stand behind me, but I can't forget this guy. Maybe I felt in love with him, the way he talks, and he is being a young man that has control over his life. I remember feeling the same way about my husband before we married, but now he has mostly given up in life, constantly working and with no ambition. His dreams seem to have faded away, and now he spends most of the time working instead. When he arrives home, he ignores me most of the time, and just spends his free time watching sports or playing video games like a child, with eating habits to match. Also, his S**usual appetite seems to be through the floor. I tell him it's okay if he can't perform and that I don't blame him, and I really don't. I try to be supportive the most I can, but sometimes that gets to me. Is there any way I can save my marriage?